I'm Mel and I'm creating this video to help raise money for a trip to a German Lyme disease hospital. I've had Lyme disease for about 10 years now, and the only effective treatment for it is a hypothermia treatment in Germany. What you may not know about Lyme disease is that it's not accepted or acknowledged here in Australia by the government or the medical industry. Australians are not educated about it. There are very few doctors here, and it is very hard, if not impossible, to get effective treatment, especially in chronic and complex cases like mine. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my story. I was a professional fire performance artist with Fireworks Dance Company before I got sick. I did fire eating, belly dancing, lots of other really cool and exciting things. I travelled all over Australia, it was lots of fun, and I trained 6 to 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. I was probably the fittest, strongest person that you could possibly. So my health just progressively got worse and worse and worse over the 10-year period of time. At present, I have about 40 different symptoms, and cluster type migraines and headaches are by far my worst symptom. I've had them almost every day for the last 10 years, and as you can imagine, that is extremely difficult to deal with. I have persistent pain in my neck, my lower back, my shoulders, my wrists, my ankles, which make it really, really hard to stand and walk a lot of the time. It's very difficult. I can't rest my left foot, can't even rest it against the ground. I always have to have it elevated by a pillow, which is really annoying, and yeah, it just makes things really difficult to use my hands and arms a lot of the time for any amount of time, for more than a couple of minutes. Simple things like writing, stuff like that. I'd have to say the convulsions are probably my scariest symptom out of everything. Basically because your body just shakes really violently and you have absolutely no control over it. You're just helpless and kind of trapped to this tiny speck of consciousness in your mind, and just yeah, can't do anything. Come on.
It's hard to watch.
Maddie, come on.
Maddie's whole body is convulsing. What you're seeing can happen on a daily basis.
And another really distressing symptom, I would say, is one where I just feel like I cannot be in my body. It's really, really hard to describe, but it feels like I just want to rip my flesh off down to the bone. There are a whole host of dietary and digestive problems, and also emotional and psychological issues that you have to deal with this disease. I have electromagnetic sensitivity, which means that I'm extremely sensitive to electromagnetic fields and radiation. So I'm housebound and bedridden and confined to a bedroom and forced to watch television, and I've been forced to watch television because the infection is so prevalent in my brain. Yeah, my brain function is extremely poor. I find it hard to talk and to even have conversations a lot of the time, especially in the mornings. Anyway, I have bucket loads of medical evidence that verifies that I have this particular illness. I'll try to post it somewhere so that you can see it in more detail. I will, however, block out some of the text just to protect my privacy and any unforeseen legalities. So I've got the Identics test, 3 letters, and I also had the bullseye rash, which appeared in 2012 for the first time. So I had the disease for 9 years, and then magically all of a sudden this bullseye rash turns up. This is a really serious condition on par with cancer and other autoimmune conditions. I have the Lyme disease infection, co-infections that go along with that of Babesia and Bartonella, as well as 3 viruses of Epstein-Barr virus, cytomegalovirus, varicella zoster virus. It's getting hard to remember them all. I also have a heart condition called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and a genetic mutation called MTFHR, which makes it difficult for my brain to detox. And because I have a large amount of these infections, and I've had it for 10 years, that's what makes my case a very chronic and complex case. Day in, day out, you don't know. You just don't know what is going to happen to you, what organs are going to function, what parts of your body are going to work that you can use, and you don't know how you're going to react to your medicine, which can be really, life-threatening reactions. And I'm unable to have children because Lyme is passed from mother to child. I've tried 6 months of herbs, 7 months of multiple and very strong antibiotics and medicines, and I've had minimal improvement. I've run out of options, and I really need to go to Germany as soon as possible before all the planes have mandatory Wi-Fi on them, which could be life-threatening for me because of my electromagnetic sensitivity. I am so severely affected by it. And it's the St George Clinic, which is the Lyme and Cancer Hospital, has a very high success rate. Many people have actually 100% recovered, and otherwise they will experience a significant improvement, and that changes their life, which is really, really great and encouraging to hear. The treatment itself includes the hypothermia, and it includes IV therapy for 2 to 3 months before you go, including a strict detox diet, which I've been on for the last 10 years anyway. 2 weeks in the hospital undergoing all of the different series of treatments they put you through, including the hypothermia. And what the hypothermia actually is they sedate you, and then they take your blood out, heat it up to 41 or 42 degrees, something like that. That's the temperature at which the Lyme bacteria disease is actually killed, and then they put it back into the body. And when you come back, it's followed by 3 to 6 months of more intravenous therapy, so it can take quite a while to go through the entire process. When I go over there, I need a wheelchair, I need an oxygen tank, I need thousands and thousands of dollars worth of medicine to take over there and to bring back from Germany. I need a lot of specialised equipment to help me manage my symptoms. The financial side of things for me is particularly difficult, and the financial support is really key for me. I've already spent and continue to spend, heaps and heaps of money on medical costs, and I come from a very low income family. I don't have a partner to support me. I don't have any assets. I'm too sick to work. I've been on the disability pension, which isn't enough to cover my medical costs really. I've been forced to live with my parents for the last 7 years, and so I'm taking anywhere between 30 to 40 different herbs and medicines every day. So as that kind of illustrates, my costs for medicine and medical costs is extremely high already. My doctors have told me the only way to get rid of the Lyme 100% is to go to Germany, and that's the bottom line. And so I'm asking, can you please help me regain my health, my life, my independence, my happiness, my job, and hopefully my dancing career. And if you can contribute to me in that way, you know, it would change my life. It would mean absolutely everything to me, and I really hope that I get there.